Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm glad you're here. If this is your first time on the channel, hit that subscribe button and share this with someone who appreciates a real story. Drop a comment below and let me know where you're watching from. Your city, your country, anywhere in the world. Now, let's get into this one. It's a journey of love, loss, and a quiet revenge no one saw coming. My name is Marcus, and I was married to Camille for 12 years. Most people think a marriage ends with a single blow. A fight, a betrayal, a final argument that shatters everything. But that's not the truth. Not for me. A marriage doesn't implode all at once, it leaks. Slowly. Silently. By the time you realize you're sinking, you're already at the bottom. The day I received the divorce papers, I was at work. The front desk buzzed me, saying someone downstairs had something urgent for me. Needed my signature in person. I assumed it was a courier dropping off client files. Maybe even a surprise gift from a vendor. I wasn't expecting a man in a suit, standing still as a statue, holding a sealed manila envelope like it was the verdict in a courtroom. Inside were the papers that ended everything. My marriage, my family as I knew it, my past 12 years. Camille didn't even hand them to me herself. She sent someone else. She didn't just want out. She wanted everything, the house, custody, assets. And she thought I'd just roll over and let her take it. She didn't know what was coming. I met Camille during the early days of building my business. Back then, my life was nothing but 18-hour days, cold takeout, and grinding through nights with no certainty that I'd ever succeed. I was chasing a dream that didn't even have a finish line yet. Camille worked in a large accounting firm, neat suits, polished heels, sharp tongue. She was attracted to my drive. Said it inspired her. We started off as late-night phone friends, her voice being the calm I didn't know I needed after chaotic workdays. Slowly we began dating. Within a year we were planning a wedding. I thought I knew what love was. I thought commitment would carry us through. We got married, bought a modest home, and had 2 beautiful kids, our son Eli and our daughter Nina. On the surface we looked solid. But beneath the smiles and couple photos was a growing storm that neither of us wanted to name. Money. You see, Camille loved comfort. More than comfort, luxury. Designer bags, spa weekends, the latest iPhones, international girls' trips. To her, happiness came with a price tag. And if it was trending, she wanted it. Me. I wasn't stingy. I just believed in security. I ran a private business. Good months came, but so did bad ones. Plan. Save. Thought ahead. We had an arrangement. I paid the mortgage, school fees, groceries, and all the big things. Camille handled the smaller bills. Should have worked. But the more I earned, the more she demanded. If I had a good month, she wanted to upgrade something. If I hesitated, she turned cold, emotionally punishing me for prioritizing our future over her wants. Eventually, I stopped sharing my income details. Not out of secrecy. Out of survival. Transparency was being weaponized against me. The silence between us grew. We weren't a team anymore. We were opponents with the same last name. On our 10th anniversary, Camille dropped a bomb. She quit her job. Just like that. No discussion. No warning. I've sacrificed enough for this family, she said. It's your turn now. She started living like a single socialite. Out every other night. Brunches, buddies, weekend trips. She was hardly home, and when she was, she acted like she didn't live there. Kids noticed. Our daughter once asked me, "Daddy, why doesn't Mommy say goodnight to you anymore?" I smiled and told her Mommy was tired. But I knew the truth. One night, while we were eating dinner, Camille looked at me with a straight face and said, "Since I quit my job for this family, I think it's only fair that you start paying me what I used to make monthly." I stared at her, waiting for the punchline. There wasn't one. I told her no. That answer changed everything. The temperature at home dropped. My kids began parroting things Camille said behind my back. That I was selfish, that I didn't care, that I was a failure as a father. Crushed me. Then, one night, I overheard our kids talking about a man Camille brought over while I was at work. That broke me. When I asked her directly, she flipped out. Called me paranoid. Accused me of being insecure. She never confirmed nor denied anything. Just gaslight me into silence. So I hired a private investigator. Weeks later, the PI called. They had something for me. I drove down, my stomach twisted into knots. What they gave me was worse than anything I imagined. Photos, videos. Camille in hotels, in parked cars, having dinner, not with a random guy, but with her lawyer, the same man who handed me divorce papers. She was sleeping with her legal counsel, the man she hired to dismantle my life. That moment, sitting in my car with evidence in my lap, was when everything shifted. The pain turned to purpose. I sent everything to my lawyer. He called it a gold mine. Ethical violations, conflict of interest, legal misconduct. That's not just frowned upon, it can get a lawyer disbarred. I let my legal team take over. I stopped trying to figure out why she did it. I focused on protecting my kids and securing my peace. Camille walked into that courtroom thinking she had me on the ropes. She believed she was entitled to half of everything, maybe more. What she didn't know was that most of my wealth was locked into assets she couldn't touch. Structured, smart, legal, protected. When she saw the breakdown, her face changed. She accused me of hiding money. Her lawyers demanded audits. But they found nothing. Everything was clean. And then, at the custody hearing, we played our final card. Proof of her affair with her own attorney. The judge was stunned. Her lawyer scrambled to explain. Claimed the relationship started after the case began. But the timeline didn't line up. The photos, the timestamps, the hotel logs. They were caught. And now the court saw it too. Her image as the perfect mother shattered. Her lawyer's credibility evaporated. Suddenly, they were desperate to settle. Camille began calling me directly, trying to talk. I ignored every message. If she had something to say, she could say it through her lawyer, the one who ruined her case. In the end, I got what mattered. A house. The business. Majority custody of my children. Peace. Camille walked away with the minimum the court allowed. No golden parachute. No clean escape. She moved out shortly after. And I sat alone in our once shared bedroom, looking at the walls that used to hold a family. On paper I won. But in my heart it didn't feel like a victory. I didn't marry Camille to beat her in court. I married her because I loved her. But love dies slowly when it's choked by lies, greed, and betrayal. As for her lawyer, I don't know if the Bar Association will go after him. I won't push it. I'm not here to bury a man already neck-deep in a mess he made. All I care about now is showing up for my kids, being the father they need, the man I promised I'd be, even when the marriage fell apart. So if you've made it this far, thank you for listening. Now I want to ask you, if you were in my shoes, what would you have done? If this story struck a chord, please leave a comment below. I read every one. Like, share, and don't forget to subscribe. It helps keep these stories coming. Until next time, stay strong and choose peace.